Welcome to Satsunami, a Scottish variety podcast that discusses topics from gaming and films to anime and general interest. Join me, your host, Satsunami, as well as the rest of our Satsunami team for our takes on these very important pop culture topics.
Sir, it's clearly a trap. I accept your fate!
That happens 3 times in the film. Like, every time that general goes, don't do this one thing, he goes, do you know what I'm gonna do? That's the exact
It does as well. She had the pointy teeth. What was that about?
She looked like Bilbo when he wants the ring back.
She did, didn't she? I just want the lightsaber one more time.
Parasite says, no, you will get back into your office and work.
No, says the man in Zoom. Yeah. Trousers are for the working man.
You're bursting into your hotel room. Honey, we need to go.
Leave the kids. You can milk an oddish. Oh!
That's the worst thing you've ever said in any of the episodes.
If that sounds like your cup of tea, then you can check us out at our website, chatsunami.com, as well as all good podcast apps. As always, stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay hydrated.
Stay classy and have a banana. This has been Satsunami.
I'm sorry. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Satsunami. My name's Satsunami and let me tell you, I have had one heck of a weekend. As you know, I was once again invited to the Fan Frontier event KaijuCon over at the Glasgow SEC, which was honestly such a blast. Not gonna lie though, this time I was attending by myself and it felt like a bit of a challenge to push myself out my comfort zone. Nevertheless, I remember the words of inspiration that my friend and fellow co-host Martin McAllister once told me.
Stay classy and have a banana. This has been Satsunami.
I'm sorry. What the? That's not what he said. He knows what he said. Anyway, with that aside, I grabbed my Satsunami hoodie from the wardrobe, which at this point has been reserved for con-going, and made my way into Glasgow. I have to say, I was really surprised at how busy the streets were. That was until I realised that the Premiership final was on between Celtic and Hearts. Not gonna lie, I was low-key wondering how this would affect the con turnout, but if anything, I was proven extremely wrong. But don't take my word for it. Why not take Pasmi's word for it? Wait a minute. Hello, Pandalorians, and welcome back to Satsunami. Well, it feels quite weird just now because I'm currently sitting in my car in the middle of Glasgow, getting ready to go into KaijuCon, and it always feels weird whenever Martin McAllister isn't in the car with me when I'm recording these type of episodes. Yeah, it makes me feel as if I'm on a stakeout, you know, or Twin Peaks. Anyway, file that, Diane. But jokes aside, yes, I am indeed waiting to go into KaijuCon, which is of course hosted by the wonderful Fan Frontier. I cannot wait to go inside and see all the amazing things they have on, but I have to say the journey here was fairly busy because as of today it's the Scottish Cup final between Celtic and Hearts, and for any Pandalorians out there thinking, oh Satsu, you'll hold back, you won't say anything controversial, no, this isn't the podcast for that, because the team I want to win today is definitely... And I've just been told by my Red Panda lawyer that I'm no longer allowed to give football opinions, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, that aside, we are going to go into KaijuCon just now and we are going to see what is what, so hold on to your hats and we'll be right back. After walking over to the SEC, I got a hold of my content creator lanyard, which I'm not going to lie, I love me a lanyard, and made my way through the packed halls of KaijuCon, which was bustling with cosplayers, stalls and congoers alike. The first thing that caught my attention was the seating area, nestled under a plastic cherry blossom tree, and while it looked really cool, I wonder if that particular prop just sits in the warehouse in the corner, just waiting for the next anime theme convention. That aside, KaijuCon did something which I must admit I haven't seen in a Fan Frontier con before, but it was extremely clever to do. They split up the areas into 2 adjacent halls, with one hosting panel talks, retro gaming areas, and even a silent K-pop disco, while the other hall had all the artists, vendors, and even eating places. It'll honestly never get old when you walk through the doors and suddenly you're hit with a sea of talented cosplayers. So I decided to walk through and see what the Artist Alley had to offer, and genuinely these people are so damn talented, it's unreal. And before I go on, I'm really sorry if I didn't make your table that day, but hopefully I will do next time. One person I want to give a particular shout out to, and if you're listening you'll know who you are, is the one and only Grant Blue Illustrations, who was there selling some absolutely amazing art, from stickers to prints. It was a treasure trove of content, and I'm lucky to have snagged one of his Resident Evil 2 prints, which as soon as I find a frame for it, trust me, it will be going right up on the wall of gaming prints I have. And even better was when I managed to catch up with him for a brief chat at the con to see how he was getting on. So I am here at Kaiju Con. I nearly got the name wrong because I was thinking of all the different names there. Yeah, I'm here with Grant Blue, who you may have heard yesterday, of course. So Grant, how are you doing?
Not too bad, yeah. It's been quite a good day actually, busy.
Yeah, honestly, it has been mobbed. The amount of people that genuinely I've talked to in the Artist Alley and they've said this is the most sold out con that Fran Frontiers has done, it's absolutely crazy. But you can definitely tell, can't you?
Yeah, it's quite hard to move about as well. Especially, they were talking before the show that this is like 2,800 people, something like that.
Was it?
And it is a smaller hall than for like PowerCon and Epic, but you can definitely feel the amount of people.
Definitely. And yeah, out of curiosity, in this audio only format of course, what are you selling today?
I'm selling prints, keychains, stickers, badges. I've got 2 new prints. I've got the Brothers of Dathomir print with Vaj and Darth Maul. And I've also got a Resident Evil 2 print, which has sold out now.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
It's completely gone. I didn't expect it to sell that much, but yeah.
No, that's amazing. And honestly, it's been so busy today, hasn't it? But no, Grant, thank you so much for talking to me today.
No problem at all.
Hope the rest of the con goes well.
Thank you very much. Hope the rest of your day goes well too.
Yeah, thank you. After catching up with Grant, I made my way through the con, meeting so many amazing artists, and even bakers. Before I go on to gush about the artists I met, I just want to shout out 2 bakers in particular. Dolly Peg Bakery, who was selling some amazing cakes with anime art on them. By the way, in case you're listening, the Totoro bun and teddy cookie I bought were absolutely fantastic. The other one I want to shout out is A Pastry Shop, who are located in Cumbernauld, and my god, their chickpea pastry was incredible. Between that and a multitude of cakes, I cannot recommend them enough. Go check them out if you're in that area. But after refilling, I managed to go buy so many cool art things, and if you thought I wasn't going to read off the people I bought from, then oh, you thought wrong. Starting off, we have Michael Phillip Art, illustrator and comic artist, who I got a really cool Ghastly Haunter and Gengar print bookmark from. And speaking of bookmarks, I also got a Team Sonic one from Pastel Panda Bum. And keeping up with the theme of Sonic, I got an amazing Eggman sticker from Cats and Babs, as well as 3 Team Sonic stickers from RJ Art. Another thing which feels like my kryptonite as of late is from the game Expedition 33, where I got some sticker sheets and an Ice Ski charm / keychain from the artist Drawing with Specs. I'm not gonna lie, I made an immediate beeline towards that stall once I saw it being sold. But in that vein, I also picked up an amazing For Those Who Crumb After sticker from the artist Kerbals. From the artist Hodgepodge, I got a sticker of Pikachu in a kilt, which I have to say, the whole range of Pokemon and kilts that they were selling was so damn cute. Also a huge shout out to Stray Saint for the Porygon sticker, that was utterly fantastic. And if I had a penny for all the Porygon merch that I picked up at that con, I would have 2, which isn't a lot, but you know the rest of the joke. That reminds me, thanks to Print Capsule for the cool illustration of both Porygon and Silksong. I knew I had to buy them as soon as I saw them. I also want to shout Kitty Meow Mochi, who sold me a really cute notebook that I bought for my better half, Miss Tsunami. What was even cooler was, when I was talking to them, they told me about how the art was based off of their own cats. As someone who got the privilege of seeing said pics, I can confirm they're extremely cute cats. Also, Blue Beth Draws, who sold me a really cool Just One More Game PS5 controller sticker. As someone who also owns an Xbox, I will admit my loyalties were torn for a second between getting the Xbox version, the PlayStation version, or even the Switch version, but I mean, I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33 in the PS5, so I had to go with PS5. Oh, and also to Cyberwire Sketch, who sold me a cute chibi Imperial Guard sticker. And then there was Slightly Art, who sold me a really cool print from Bioshock and gave me a really nice pigeon sticker. Honestly, it's super neat. Not to mention Glasgow, who does some really cool chibi Glasgow themed ghost artwork and stickers. I also think I got an Albert Wesker themed ghost from there as well. Honestly, their art is amazing. And in the final lap, we have Marine Haddock, who sold me a really cool Digimon sticker, Boy Done Good, who had quite possibly some of the greatest stickers I've ever seen at a con, including a Heavy Rain themed one, which was Press X to Jason, which I had to snag ASAP. I mean, after doing Quantic Dream Month, I had to snap a picture of it and send it to Bad Games Jules right away to be like, look at what I've got, it's amazing. Then there was Ginger Art, who I got a Totodile sticker from, and I also want to give a shout out to one Craig Andrew Mooney, who was there selling his book, The Rebel of Time, and even gave me a personalised signature. Of course, I will definitely be reading that as soon as possible, it looks really interesting. Last but certainly not least, we have Scribble Sketch Scoo, who sold me a Shadow the Hedgehog sticker, and apparently is also a VTuber, which is super neat. Also, in case you're listening, I hope your D&D session went well, and you didn't get eaten by a mind flayer, trust me, it makes sense in context. I also got to chat with the duo from Anemone Co, who, much like the others, could not have been nicer. Now, I will admit, when I was looking at their stickers and other stuff that they had drawn, it was really hard to choose what stickers to buy, mind you, but in the end, I decided to settle for a Thane and Garrus sticker from the Mass Effect series, which made the Mass Effect fan in me really happy. But I would also like to take this opportunity to quote my friend Marie, who, after showing her a picture of both of these, said the words, "Oh look, it's Garrus, my husband, and also there's my backup husband." I just thought that was really funny. I had to share it, so there you go. There were a few more that I also bought from that unfortunately I don't have a note of either your business cards or your QR codes, and if I haven't shouted you out, then please let me know. Please feel free to reach out on Instagram or anywhere, because I would love to give you the shout out that you deserve. Honourable mentions for the ones I haven't got a business card for are the couple who sold me a really cute Gengar sticker, and I was told that was the last one. I was super lucky for that. I had the loveliest chat as well with an artist who sold me a trio of Expedition 33 stickers, so I think it was one of Esky, one of Minoko, and one of Gustav. Had to get my boy Gustav, and we managed to have this venting session about how tragic the game can get. Honestly, it was such a blast being able to talk about it. And also a shout out to the person who sold me a Sonic keychain, thank you so much. And yeah, I think that was really it in terms of what I bought at the con. Now, the reason I want to shout out these accounts, other than the fact that we're all amazing in their own rights, is because this is exactly what makes the core of Comic-Cons, and in particular KaijuCon, meld so seamlessly. It is the artists, the bakers, the vendors, and the podcasters sharing their never-ending passions with one another. And after talking to a few artists, they actually told me this was Fan Frontier's most sold out event to date, which was genuinely brilliant to hear. On a side note, what was also surreal was that I got a lot of positive comments from the artists, which I have to admit I wasn't really used to, with a few people asking me if I had a stall, which one day, maybe, but another person turned round to me and said, "Oh, you're that podcast guy." And I'm going to be honest, maybe it's my self-esteem talking here, but I would genuinely be lying if I didn't immediately follow that up with, "Oh, I hope it was good things you heard." But fortunately it seemed that way. It's a kind of surreal experience when somebody recognises you, but in a way it made me happy with how far I've come as a creator. I also have no idea who they were, but a huge shout out to whoever was in the Special Weapons Daleks. As someone who adores the episode Remembrance of the Daleks, that was so damn cool to see. Honestly, it's one of the few things that if it comes up in conversation about Doctor Who, I will seize the opportunity and just, gush about it. But good lord, those things absolutely sped through the con at times, and they were so fast. They weren't Tokyo drifting round the side, but they were so fast that by the time I got my phone out, they were gone. I was like, oh goodness. So fortunately I managed to get a picture of them when they were stationary and or having a nap. But after weaving in and out of the crowds, I decided to check out what was going on across the hall. And before you ask, unfortunately I didn't take part in the silent K-pop disco, mainly because my back was hurting by that point. Haha, because I'm old. But if anyone asks, the real reason probably is that I have as much dancing finesse as Gru from Despicable Me. I also unfortunately didn't manage to catch the calligraphy sessions going on, but I'm sure they were fantastic as well. But beyond that, in the retro gaming area, I also sat in to listen to GeekoCos, aka Cece, who is a professional cosplayer, and they did an amazing speech talking about the history of cosplay. Seriously, this was such a fascinating discussion. And while I don't cosplay myself, myself, I mean, other than cosplaying as a functional adult, I always appreciate the art of cosplay, no matter what level it is, and to hear about its humble beginnings in, I want to say, the 19th century, and potentially even earlier, was really cool. Also, fun fact, there was a cosplayer that I didn't see personally at the con, or maybe she passed me by, but it was someone there representing Hobbycraft Dundee dressed up as Hatsune Miku, and, you know, other than the fact the cosplay was amazing, the reason that I bring attention to this particular person is I was scrolling through and, you know, I saw a couple of videos, and there was one part of the video where she literally stopped just a couple of seats before where I was sitting at that particular speech while she was filming it, so essentially I got Mike Wazowski'd at Kaiju Con, but I did find that quite funny when I was explaining to Martin after that. I was going, look, I'm over there, off camera. Honestly, you'll probably see me floating about in the background of some people's pictures, videos and the like, so yeah, interesting. It was a great talk though, but going back to the talk itself, it was a great talk and they should be 100% proud of how it went. Unfortunately though, while I missed out on it, I heard there was, I want to say it was like a cosplay parade that was being held there, as well as a whole bunch of other talks and competitions, so that was really amazing to see how many people were involved. I've also been going to these cons for a while now, both as a content creator and, to be honest, as a general fan. This was by far one of the best yet, and at the risk of sounding sentimental, Fan Frontier did an incredible job this year and they should be so proud of what they've achieved. And if you're looking to scratch that Comic-Con itch in Glasgow this year, then this year will be absolutely packed by events from Fan Frontier in 2026. So for further information, definitely check them out at their website, forthefans.uk. But for the major ones coming up at the Glasgow SEC itself, and ones that I'll hopefully be attending myself, they'll be returning with the massive Epic Comic Con from Saturday the 26th to the 27th of September from 10 AM to 6 PM. Then on the 24th of October from 10 AM to 5 PM, we have KoyoCon. There's also a whole host of other events as well in between, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, then please go check out the website forthefans.uk for further information. But until next time, this has been Satsunami, and if you'll excuse me, I'm away to lie down after that event, but all joking aside, if you would like to listen to more of our content, then please feel free to check out our website, chatsunami.com, as well as all good podcast apps. I also want to thank our amazing Pandalorian patrons, Robotic Battle Toaster, Ghostie, and Cryptic1991. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And if you would like access to exclusive content such as early access, bonus episodes, commentary tracks, previous streaming VODs, let's play content, honestly, there's a whole host of content there, then you can check us out at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Chatsunami. This podcast is of course a proud member of the Popat Collective. For more information, check us out at our Twitter/X page at Popat Collect. But until next time, thank you all so much for listening, and I hope that everyone who attended KaijuCon had an absolute blast. Stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay hydrated.